Hello everybody, welcome back to The Celestial Heart. My name is Samantha, and today is an awesome day because we will be doing my 2019 February bullet journal plan with me. This is the first plan with me that I've ever filmed, and I just really wanted to enjoy the process of, number one, doing the plan with me, number two, filming this video and showing you how I create some spreads in my bullet journal to set up for a new month, what I do to reflect on things, and I hope that you like it. If you do, please hit that like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification gear for more videos on healthy habits, spirituality, and a growth mindset. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, everyone, so before we get started with the February plan with me, I first wanted to take this time to reflect on January. This month has been pretty cool. What I loved most about it is spending time with a lot of people. So a couple of friends, my best friend Gaida, my friend Molly from junior college, who I haven't seen since October, so it was a lot of fun hanging out with her. She introduced me to a cartoon called Agretsuko, if I'm not mistaken, and oh my gosh, that cartoon is life. Like, it encapsulates everything everybody is experiencing in life. Couple of things I do want to work on this month is explore more places. So I want to visit the Hindu temple near where I live once again, just because it's such a beautiful spot. I want to possibly hike with someone soon. I did get rid of my hiking shoes, so I might have to get a new pair of hiking shoes soon so that I can hike properly. One really big thing that I want to work on is my miracle morning or my meditation and yoga practice, because I feel like I haven't been as consistent as I have been in the past, so I want to be making sure that I do that at least 3 times a week. I also want to be more creative, doing watercolor paintings and some song covers. Over here, as you can see, is my tidbits spread. So it's what it looks like completed. It consists of a one-liner that pretty much sums up what happened in that day. So for my memories this month so far, I finished an anime with my boyfriend called Dot Hack Sign, and it's an old one, but it definitely gets you thinking. Like, there's a lot of parallels to reality on that one. Went to a bunch of restaurants, so went to this place called Lhasa in LA. It's a Filipino fusion restaurant. I absolutely loved it. I also went to this place called Coco's Fried Chicken in Garden Grove, and oh my goodness, Koreans know how to do their fried chicken, man. Like, it's so crispy, and the sauces they give you are like fire. They're so good. There's like a sweet and sour one, there was a hot and spicy one. Of course, ketchup is always a good option. And then over here I have my monthly log. So these are a couple of things that I need to do, not particularly related to the 8 things that I separated my life into, or 8 categories in my life wheels and intentions. But these are a couple of like straggling things that I need to get done within the month. And as you can see, taxes, I still need to file taxes, but I haven't had my W-2s yet. So I'm waiting on those, and I need to schedule a couple of health appointments as well. This is what a weekly spread looks like when it's completed. So over here, you're gonna see my chores up top. If I don't get to finish it, I move it on to the next week, but I definitely coordinate with my boyfriend so that we can both get the chores done together. Here you can see my gratitude log in pink and in the royal blue type ink. Those are more tidbits that elaborate on what I wrote in my other spread. So if I need to elaborate on a couple things or just things that I need to note, I put it. All right, on to my February plan with me. So what I've been doing recently is I've been getting into collage work. I've been loving making collages for my cover pages for each month. So what I do is I gather pictures online, usually from a royalty-free stock picture website like Unsplash, or Pexels.com is a good one too. So if you just search it, you'll be able to find it. I figure that because I've been publishing these YouTube videos, I should get like royalty-free pictures, because it's not necessarily just for personal use anymore. So I go on those websites and I gather pictures that inspire me and just kind of spark my curiosity, or sometimes it's in line with the themes that I experienced last month before, or some themes that I want to focus on in the upcoming month. So I gather all those pictures, I put it in a Photoshop file for an 8.5 by 11 size document, and then I just kind of lay everything out. I make sure that I have different contrasting colors, so some lighter pictures, some darker pictures. That way it brings out like a pop in the page. And so after I do that, after I do the layout, I print it. I go to the nearest like FedEx or Staples or wherever, because I don't own a printer, so I just print it individually when I go to like a FedEx or a Staples or something like that. So these are the pictures that I've come up with. After that, I cut them into pieces like what you're seeing over here. So I cut them into different like shapes, sizes, and then I lay them out into a collage type thing. And sometimes it takes a while to get like where you want it to be, like aesthetically. As you can see, I'm like fiddling around over here, just like figuring out where I want everything and all that stuff. It takes a while, but I truly enjoy the process. Like I enjoy like trying to put these pictures together in a way that makes sense to me, and it's just somewhat of a meditative process for me too. So as you can see in this month's theme, there's a lot of celestial influences, because we had a lunar eclipse, a blood moon lunar eclipse in the constellation of Leo, and that happened on the 20th, on Sunday. And I found this out actually originally from a couple of intuitives that I follow online. This intuitive in particular, her name is Rissa Vibes. I'll link her stuff down below. But she does a weekly tarot card reading to kind of prepare you for what lies ahead. And so she also did an additional reading this week for the blood moon. So some of the things that popped up over there were like unexpected changes and the release of emotions that were stuck or that needed to be worked on. So it was really interesting because I watched her reading in the morning, but even before I watched the reading, I woke up that morning on the 20th at around 4 a.m., which is very unusual for me. So I woke up at 4 a.m. Because I needed to go to the restroom. And then when I tried to go to sleep again, I couldn't. And I knew that I wanted to wake up around 7 so that I could go to the farmer's market. And based on previous experience, when I tried going to sleep before, I just felt like crap. So I decided to just stay awake and, push through the entire thing. So everything was fine when I went to the farmer's market, bought some good food, took a tiny little nap for 20 minutes, went to my job at BJ's. I went to work, and then I was scheduled to leave around 4:30 is when my relief for the next person for the PM shift would come and relieve me of my duties. So come 4:30, I was so excited and I was ready to leave. Then my manager approaches me and she's like, "Did somebody talk to you?" I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Well, one of your coworkers has a family emergency and we'd really appreciate it if you could stay a little longer to like 5:15. And it wasn't really a big deal, like 45 minutes, what's 45 minutes? But in my head, I've been up since 4:30 and I'm like a sleepy, drunk toddler at this point. And I just wanted to go home so bad, but I don't think it would have been as bad if she had told me earlier, because they knew about the family emergency like way earlier on, but they didn't tell me, and I guess they were trying to figure it out. So it wasn't communicated to me as soon as it could have been. And so I got really annoyed and I was just really cranky. And I kind of showed it, and I'm not even gonna lie, like, I felt like crap afterwards because, you know, like, that's very selfish of me. But at the same time, like, no, it wasn't. I was just really sleepy. So I apologized to my coworkers and all that. So, like, that was the biggest unexpected change. And then after work, I decided to go to a Korean barbecue restaurant by myself to reward myself, actually. And so I went, and the wait ended up becoming like so long. It was like a 30-minute wait. I didn't think earlier on. But, you know, one fun thing that happened was I talked to this lady for a little bit, and it didn't really seem that long because she was really fun to talk to. I was like commenting at how beautiful her children were. Like, she had a daughter and a son, and I was like, oh, they're so cute, they're asleep, like, they must be really tired. They're like, she's like, they're only cute when it's not yours. And it just cracked me up because she was just like full on mom, and, you know, she loved her kids, but, you know, as a mom, like, it can probably be tough. So kudos to all you moms out there taking care of your kids. Like, you guys are amazing. All right, so if you saw earlier, like, I was kind of fumbling around with like putting a Ganesh picture, or a picture of the goddess Ganesh with the elephant head, but the picture that I chose had like a little bit of blue in it, so it kind of didn't go with the theme. So I decided to just draw her instead. So over there is my completed drawing, and I really liked how it turned out. I also decided to add some washi tape and put in a reflection at the top right side, and at the bottom was just a little like prayer affirmation to Ganesh. And Rissa Vibe suggested calling on Ganesh to clear all obstacles in front of you, especially when you're dealing with the unexpected changes that are to occur during the blood moon. So there you go. Okay, so on this part right here, I am setting out my intentions for the month. The 8 categories that I separated my life into. So here you see self-care, home environment, spirituality, creativity, and passion. I would like to work on my kimono for my decluttering or my miscellaneous items. I also really want to get a massage next month because my body needs it. This is the other 4 categories: finances, adventure, relationships, contribution. I definitely want to try going to a museum soon, possibly buy a couple things like hiking boots, and save enough money for a recording microphone. I also want to get some wireless headphones. Then I also want to donate to the organization that I have researched already. And meet a couple people in the next month. All right, so over here, as you can see, I am setting my tidbits spread that you saw in my previous month spread. So I do the tidbits on the left side, and then on the right side I do the monthly log. As you can see, it's really messy, but I don't really care. I just use whiteout. Whiteout is my best friend. I also use liquid whiteout, and I use like tape whiteout, depending on what I need to do. So here I'm just numbering the days and setting the dates, or numbering the dates and setting the days. And then over here I have my monthly log going on. I check my previous month to see what needs to get migrated. I want to make maybe 6 videos next month. So I'm trying to up my ante a little bit. I want to get a good pair of mom jeans also. And then possibly refine the way we do our detail cleaning at home. So figure it out. I also am writing just a few intentions here and there. Okay, next I am setting up my weekly spread. So this can be a little tedious. I write out my date above, and then I kind of make a weekly spread. By the way, I'm gonna be running on a tangent, but this video was filmed on like 3 separate days, so that explains why I have my messy hair going on over there. But yeah, so this is a Tombow dual brush pen. I really like the color of this one. It's kind of like a yellow gold. It's number 25 for those of you who want to look into that. Also, I use the Pentel Touch for some of the other brush pens that I use. So the Pentel Touch is a lot stiffer, and the Tombow brush pen is a lot softer when it comes to writing. So it's a different angle over here, but I also write out my tip tracker on the very left side, and then I write out my Miracle Morning Savers. So what it stands for is silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribe. So I try to do that every day. It doesn't happen every day, and that's completely okay, but I want to make sure that at least, like, my minimum is at least 3 days of yoga and meditation, and that is good enough for me. I've been squeezing in a lot of my reading time during my breaks at work, because I usually have 30-minute breaks, and I read for about like 15 minutes, so that's been pretty cool. As for scribing, that's not really much of a problem, because I always like write out on my bullet journal, and that's why I like the bullet journal in the first place. Even if I don't have like a detailed account of what happened in that day, it's okay because I have my tidbits, and that's why I really appreciate it. The first time I did the tidbits, I think, was in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, and it was a really successful year for me when I did that, so a lot of fun. All right, everyone, this is my completed February cover page and month spread. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you got a couple of things that you might be using in your own bullet journals. I had so much fun filming this and doing the voiceover for it. Like, it's been really cool. I like sharing my stories with you, and I hope that you guys share your stories as well. As you can see, I have a couple crystals that I use. Some of them are citrine, rose quartz, lace agate. Crystals emit such an awesome vibration and give your space a breath of fresh air. So I highly recommend using crystals. And with that being said, everybody, all great things start with a healthy mind and a healthy heart. Much love to everyone watching. Thank you for being here, and take care. Bye. Mwah.